2024 is coming to a close, and we have had an amazing year of just immaculate hands, fades, squabbles, mitts, whatever you want to call them, man. We've had a great year for those, and today I'm going to be going over some of my top 15 best fights of the year, some old, some new. But before we get into that, there's a couple rules that I want to pop off just to let y'all know. Rule number 1, there is no order in this video except for number 1. Number 1 is the undoubted king of fights that I have personally seen this year. I don't think anything gets better than number 1. But everything from 15 up to 2, there's no order. I feel like you can mishmash them either way. I wouldn't be upset. And rule number 2, this is my list. I don't want to hear no, oh, but you forgot. No! This is my list. But I do want to see what some of y'all's top 5, top 10, top 1, top 15 fights of the year are. So if you have any of those, put them down in the comments. And number 3 is there can be no repeating fights from the same series, except for one. It's still my list. I gave an exception to one series and one series only, but there's no fight from the same series on this list besides one. That's the only exception I gave. And rule number 4 is every fight has to be from this year. But with that being said, let's get on to the video. Oh yeah, that boy Goku needed that Dragon Ball off of Tamagami number 3. That future Gohan and him was finna start popping out. He was finna call bro an Andrigger. But Tamagami number 3 got that meat tenderizer mallet. Tried to tenderize Goku with this 6-piece combo, but it was nothing but brick after brick after brick. He cannot hit my son. Goku then started doing parkour on these rocks like the monkey he is. My fault. I was letting my Frieza show. But he tried to hit Tamagami with that power pole, but old dude just blocked that hole with his hand. Then he kicked Goku away. But Goku caught himself on the power pole as he said extend, and that hoe was about to dome Tamagami, but he dodged out the way and he chunked this mallet at Goku. Goku dodged obviously, but watching this for the first time, I saw Tamagami throw that hammer and I just had a feeling in my chest that he was finna recall that bitch back like goddamn Mjolnir. And what do you know, he did exactly that, but Goku started riding that bitch. Pause. So once Tamagami caught it, Goku was on top of that hole, but he started swinging that mallet and Goku jumped off of it just to jump back on it. And Goku tried to strike him with the power pole, but he blocked it, so he started running alongside this nigga arm just to get hit with the hilt of the mallet. But Tamagami wasn't done there, bro. He took this nigga Goku for a ride. He hit Goku with the mallet, but he blocked it with the power pole just in time, just to start spinning in a circle, chunking his ass. But that power pole came in clutch, man. Goku wasn't gone for long because he extended that power pole, and now he's behind Tamagami. Oh yeah, man, this choreography is immaculate. Hit that nigga in the knee, lost his balance. Hit that nigga in the other knee. Now he's hitting the Abella Danger. Tried to clock cousin on the back of the head while he was fully exposed, but Tamagami just blocked it with the hilt of his mallet, and he was finna get this nasty ass back fist off on Goku, but he dodged just in time, barely missing him. They start going pole for mallet as these onlookers start viewing the fight, and then Tamagami just starts throwing rocks at Goku as he starts deflecting them holes with the power pole. But that was just what Tamagami needed, because he came through with the mallet, started pushing this nigga Goku through some rocks. But Tamagami tried to smash his ass with the mallet, but Goku went behind him just to go up under his legs and through this little tiny ass crevice. And I already made one monkey joke today. I won't make another one. But he swung on that power pole and Tamagami was like, does this nigga think I'm stupid? And he threw his mallet and he started putting that pressure down on Goku as he's blocking his best with the power pole. But Goku's like, fuck it, we balling. He goes Super Saiyan, knocking that hammer off of him. And then Tamagami tried to sneak Goku with that Mjolnir comeback attack, but Goku broke this nigga mallet in half. If I was Tamagami and I just saw this little nigga transform and then he breaks my mallet in half without any effort, I'm yielding, bro. I'm taking the Dragon Ball on my chest and giving it to dog. And now that Tamagami got no weapon, Goku puts the power pole away and says, run me them hands, pussy. Tamagami went to go punch Goku, but he parried and kicked that nigga away as bro just started spamming Ki Blast. And I was just as confused as Goku, bro. Goku was like, this nigga can do that? So Goku started lighting that nigga up with Ki Blast too. And Goku is putting that pressure on Tamagami. Look, dude do not know what to do. He finna malfunction. until Tamagami started pressuring Goku with these mean ass ki blasts as bro was just dodging out of the way. And then bro does this like area of effect move and Goku's like, oh okay, I see what we doing, and he backs up and starts charging up this Kamehameha. And Tamagami's charging this blast too, but Tamagami do not want them Kamehameha problems. I tell him that right now. And Goku's Kamehameha broke through Tamagami's blast with ease. I mean, like, it slid through that bitch like butter. And now Tamagami gotta defend against his Kamehameha. He's trying his best. And then he finally throws the hoe up into the air. But Goku just recombed this nigga. I mean, elbowed the piss out of dog. And god damn, nigga, look at that face. I know that shit hurt it, bro. But that shit dropped Tamagami 3 on the ground and Goku won. They get in there and then they start talking crazy smack. They was like, oh yeah, we beat that big ass alien's ass by ourselves, bro. No way this little ass grandma gonna do us in for real. Then Momo flashed the flashlight a little to the left and oh, nah, look at that big ass head, bro, right then and there. I ought to proclaim my defeat, bro. Not only that, the same damn heads on the other side. Yeah, I lost. My fault, OG. But Momo tries to G up. She grabs the bats out of Okaru's sack and throws them hoes at Turbo Granny, but her eyes got teeth.
You don't understand. Why are you doing this, bro? I haven't did shit all day, bro. And you love you no matter what, bro. I don't. Bro, please, bro. Why are you doing?
So after that didn't work, Okaru's like, damn. Hey yo, Momo, release that curse on me. I'm finna beat her ass. She releases the curse. Okaru's finna do something crazy. But Turbo Granny just took her powers back, man. Chain snatched is crazy. And now Turbo Granny starts closing in on these niggas on both sides. But right before her ass can jump on these boys, Momo remembers what her grandma said. If you G-check her ass, she gonna do whatever the hell it is you want. So Momo's like, yo name's Turbo Granny? Your ass is not that fast. I could beat you in a race any time of the day. And Turbo Granny transforms out of her big head mode just to go into her regular form. And was like, did you just call me a pussy in front of my own tunnel? You gonna have to see me outside, big dog, cause that was crazy. And then Momo's like, give us a 10-minute head start and we're gonna be out of this city before you even know it. Turbo Granny agrees and Okaru and Momo hit the jets. As Turbo Granny start counting, and I'm like, hold on a second. Her ass must have been from a time where schools weren't a thing, cause how do you count like this?
What the hell is she doing? Why is she counting like that? 10 minutes.
So her ass did some 1-2, skip a few 99, 100, and captured Momo while Okaru's like, nigga, you cannot count like that, bro. Are you stupid? As she's still doing her counting cheese. And you know what my main hitter Okaru does? He just straight up bites her titty, bro. I'm pretty sure I can't show this on YouTube, but I know y'all niggas watched the episode already. And the only way to get his ass off of her was to possess Okaru again. But this worked out exactly in their favor. Momo don't need to see in order to use her powers as she starts squeezing the hell out of Turbo Granny. As Turbo Granny tried to kick the piss out of Momo while she was still ensnared in her little ass trap. But right before Turbo Granny could kick Momo, she done already completely sealed off the curse inside of Okaru. But if it was that easy, Turbo Granny would have been out of Okaru already, as the location-bound spirit pulls up and is like, I'm gonna need you to let her go, and it's just this big-ass crab. Momo and Okaru start booking it. I mean, they got the burners on running away from this crab. Little bro starts to get a little too close, and Okaru's like, Momo, I'm gonna need you to undo the curse so I can transform and zip us the hell out of here. She does that, and they got the burners on times 10. And Okaru's like, I said, your big ass on my back is not finna let me hit this turn. We're going to crash. As they do just that, they crash off the side of this road, and then Okaru inherited the spirit of the Tasmanian devil as he just started doing helicopter legs. That hoe did not last for long though, as they continued to just fall to their death. They survived, of course, though. Momo was like, alright, that might have gave us a little bit of time to run away, but nah. That big ass crab is still on their ass. So they start dipping again. As Momo has this bright idea to go to the sauna. They get in this bitch and the crab is just breaking through the walls, trying to cook these guys until they get to the hot tubs. Okaru de-transforms and he's like, Momo, I have no idea why we're here, but we're just in water. That's like a crab's natural habitat. We just finna get cooked.
But Momo's like, trust and believe in me, little nigga. And she grips up the steam and just starts boiling this nigga alive, hardening the crab. So they dip out of the sauna rooms and then they just start hearing the pitter patter of feet. And they're like, what the hell is that? As the whole city of niggas just starts running at these boys full force. And I know this scary as hell. The thought of one nigga you don't know running at you top speed is scary. Now they got a whole ass town. I would have shit myself, I'm not gonna lie. But Turbo Granny's like, y'all thought I was gonna let y'all win this easy, man? There's a cemetery in the middle of town. I just hit up some of my niggas and they was like, bet. Possessed all these boys. But not only is there a city of niggas after Momo and Okurun, the crab is still fine too as it pulls up on them as well. So now that they're cornered, Momo tells Okurun to go all out once more, and he does just that. As they start dipping on these boys, Okurun can't hit sharp ass turns, so Momo took his page out of Spider-Man's book and started swinging their asses around. And I don't know how many times I gotta say in this video for y'all to get it, but these boys is hitting the jets. The crab pulled up, tried to claw them both, but Momo threw a car bro's claw, blocking the attack as this nigga Okurun is locked in crazy style, starts running up the claw, then he jumps off, and Momo redirects their ass back on path. Just for that to be Okurun's max. He done de-transformed. Now they both in the air, scared out of their minds, thinking they finna get cooked from the fall damage. But before anything, Momo peeps the train right before they fall to their death. But then she's like, hold on a second. I got psychic powers, and makes wings to soften their fall. Right before Okurun transforms one more time and skids his feet about 37 feet across the concrete. I know them toes is burning. But in the fall, Momo let go of Turbo Granny as she just kicked the mess out of both Momo and Okurun. Had them boys laid out. And then Turbo Granny fuses with the crab as she just starts hard pressing Momo and Okurun. And then Momo's like, hold on a second. Turbo Granny, I can beat your ass in a race in 1 second. As Turbo Granny's like, this nigga here, man, alright, whatever you say. And just as she accepts, Momo latches onto the train and grabs Okurun as they start dipping away. They's about to win. They's about to beat Turbo Granny, but her ass hops on the tracks and starts booking it towards Momo and Okurun. She jumps on the train, but Momo starts pushing her ass back, but it's too late. They done already made it out the city, and Turbo Granny just burned. They done beat the goofy out of her, man.
I don't know where I'm putting this, but wrestling has been great this year. And no, there's not going to be any Fed matches here. I don't watch the Fed, but I think there's a couple matches from AEW I think you should check out. I know that this spot is one number, but you know, I'm putting 5 wrestling matches here, man. I don't give a damn. And I can't show clips. I might show some clips, but it might just be like 2 seconds or something, because these wrestling companies don't like us having fun for whatever reason. But the matches I'm talking about that you guys need to watch: Will Ospreay versus Swerve Strickland, Mercedes Moné versus Chris Statlander, Mercedes Moné versus Willow Nightingale, Willow Nightingale versus Chris Statlander in that street fight. I think it was a Chicago street fight. And then it was Young Bucks versus Sting and Darby Allin. Those are like my favorite matches ever of this year, man. And before some of you niggas be like, what about Robert and Code? No! Nah, we don't do that over here, brother. I'm sorry. Honorable mention though, Sami Zayn versus Gunther at Mania. It really don't get much better than that. But that's really all I had for wrestling. I need you niggas on it. A lot of you niggas compute wrestling as all just WWE, but I need y'all to get out of that mindset. Wrestling is quite literally, in my opinion, for everybody. You might not like it anymore because of WWE, but there's other companies out there. Just look for something else other than WWE. And I'm not even telling you guys to watch AEW specifically, but there's just so much wrestling out there that I feel like there's no reason for you to be like, oh man, I hate wrestling, and it's just you reminiscing about WWE being ass. Like, there's so much out there. And you niggas would know I talk about wrestling a lot if you went and followed the Twitter. Yes, sir. I don't plug much, but I'm plugging y'all, bro. I'm finna start taxing you niggas in 2025, bro. Go follow the Twitter. And while you doing that, might as well hit like and subscribe, bro. But other than that, that's really it. On to the next. Julius be calling Will no talent like it's a slur, and I think that's kind of crazy, man. That's why this nigga got his teeth caved in by Will, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Julius is over here bullying Will, thinking that he can use this nigga Will like he's a highlight reel, getting all the recruiters and such on his side. It don't go that way, I can tell you that right now. But then Julius makes this little like
ice fog around Will, and Will don't know where he is, and he's just getting shot through this fog with these little ice bullets, and he's dodging it, and he thinks he finds Julius, but he gets hit with a fourth one, and he's like, 4? There's only 3 niggas there. How could I get shot by a 4th nigga? The ice fog dissipates and reveals that this nigga Julius done made 5 clones. But the clone Will is in front of explodes and it snares himself in ice. But with the power of I love my bitch, he breaks out of this ice prison and he starts hard pressing Julius. But Julius shoots this big ass ice bullet at Will. He breaks that hoe in half, but now there's 3 clones surrounding Will. As it starts spraying my man down with ice, but my nigga Will is not no bitch. He is deflecting and breaking all these big ass little ice bullets with ease. But not only that, them 2 regular ass niggas with Julius is also talking crazy to Will, mowing that nigga down with ice. Like, you niggas look so normal. I don't even think you guys have names. What is you talking about? Nigga got the NPCs on his ass. But then the 3 clones that was around Will, they make these big ass ice pillars and they surround him. And then they put this nigga in a triangular ass jail. He's trying to break out, but he can't. And when he touches the actual prison, it starts to freeze him. Not only that, but this nigga Julius then drops an ice meteor on Will. Bro think he Maru. Bro think he Grimmy. You are not like that, bro. I promise you. The ice meteor crushes Will, and then this nigga Julius just starts blazing himself. We get it already, bro. You're talented. I don't want to hear you say another word though. And I'm not gonna lie, Julius glazes himself the whole fight up until he starts losing pretty bad to Will. But right now he's like, yeah, I done mastered Elfie's ice shadow clone magic. And Will's like, Elfie? Don't speak on her ever again. Matter of fact,
keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
But my main man Will breaks out of that ice meteor. I was like, don't ever talk about my bitch again. Do you understand? And Julius is like, man, whatever. Start shooting these ice missiles at Will. And Will dodged out of the way right before they hit the ground. He knocked out those 2 NPCs. Not only that, but he also destroyed all of this nigga Julius's ice clone. That was just him and Will. Will then tells this nigga Julius, bro, you ain't master shit. Just cut it out, bro. Put the fries in the bag. You're done. So bro starts shooting these ice roses at Will. Nothing. Will just breaks them, but then they explode. Does nothing to Will again. He just tanks the explosion. But that gave Julius just enough time to make 4 more clones. And he starts trying to mow that nigga Will down with these ice bullets. But oh, nah. This nigga Will is just walking casually, dodging and deflecting these ice bullets. He don't give a damn what this nigga Julius got going on. And then Julius like, he'll never know which one is me between me and my clones. And guys, guess how fast Will finds out? I mean, he finds this nigga immediately, bro. He wasn't glazing out loud, but Will could tell that this bitch ass nigga Julius was glazing in his head. He's like, yeah, no, we gotta stop all that right now. Will tried to go for this overhead, but Julius made a wall. Will smashed right through it, and the force of him smashing through this wall had a piece of ice wall debris smacked the piss out of Julius in the gut. Then Julius like, nigga, bro, how did you know it was me? And then Will is like, nigga, I attacked the only nigga that didn't have ice crystals at their feet. You think I'm stupid? Julius like, how do you know more about this magic than me, bitch? You don't even have magic. And then Will rips the band-aid off. He's like, nigga, Elfie, my bitch, made that spell when she was 2 years old. And not only that, she can do 10 clones at that age. And I'm not gonna lie, if I was Julius, I would have put the magic wand down and given up. You mean I'm no better than a fucking 2-year-old? Nah, you got it, game. My fault. I ain't even mean anything I just said to you, big dog, bro. Like, it was all a joke. Julius starts losing his mind. He starts chuckling crazy style, and he makes 8 clones. He's like, bro, I don't care. You gotta go, bro. You was pissing me off. It don't matter if you know which one is the real me or not. I'm just finna mow your ass down. That's finna be the end of it. And Will is hard pressing Julius, breaking clone after clone after clone. Nigga just started running in a straight line, destroying these dudes while the real Julius is shooting these ice bullets at Will, and he's dodging those too. Will then gets to like the last 2 and they start trying to mow his ass down with these ice bullets. But Will is just standing 10 toes, blocking, deflecting, and slicing through each and every single one of these attacks coming at his dome piece. He then pulls up on the last 4 clones, kicks this nigga in the back of the head, stabs through this one, cuts a little bro in half. Then he pulls up on the 3rd one and hits bro with the no-look back of the head stab, and he pulls up on the 4th one and he just chunks his sword at bro's dome piece, breaking that nigga in half. And I just gotta say, what if Will miscalculated and one of these was the real Julius the whole time? He would have just killed that nigga. And now y'all might be like, damn, Will threw his sword at that last clone. How he gonna do anything to Julius now? Don't you worry about it, cause he pulls upon Julius and he just hits him with this mean ass right. I mean, one hitter quitter.
Damn, you hit that nigga so hard to replay 3 different times.
Knocking his goofy ass out, ending the fight. Big Will won. But it's crazy as hell, man. This nigga Uryu really upped pole on his best friend. Then he said, don't move an inch or I'll shoot. And Ichigo moves and Uryu shoots, but Big Dog blocks it. And Ichigo's like, nigga, why are you fighting for this nigga? He's trying to destroy the world of the living. Quako Mono, I shouldn't have said that. You don't care about them hollows anyway. And Soul Society. What's your issue, Big Dog? And y'all want to know what Uryu's answer to Ichigo's question was? It was, I'm a Quincy. Yeah, go ahead, pack and smoke this nigga up now, Ichigo. So Ichigo and Uryu start squaring up on one another. As the royal guards pull up on Orihime, Chad, and Ganju? My brother in Christ, this is bullying. What is the 4 of you niggas doing against these guys? The only nigga I'm not worried about is Orihime, bro. Chad and Ganju, y'all need to get out of here. Your lives are on the line. But hold on, look at Orihime, man. Why did her ass square up, bro? You do not have any boxing moves available. All you do is heal and shield. But that's baby girl right there. I can't be too mad. But we go back to Ichigo and Uryu, and these boys start boxing. Uryu shoots 2 arrows on Ichigo, and Ichigo just deflects both of them hoes. But Ichigo just deflects both of them hoes. Then Ichigo tries to hit bro with this jumping slash. Uryu backstep out of the way. Then Ichigo tried to cut little bro's head off, but Uryu ducked out of the way. Just for bro to start throwing and kicking arrows at Ichigo? Uryu ain't ever moved like this before, man. This gotta be all from that U-Haul patch when he drank his blood. But Ichigo dodged those arrows. But then him and Uryu both tried to bash and hold on. This nigga Uryu might actually be in the weight room for real, bro. That's gotta be the reason, bro, because this nigga Ichigo is built. I have no idea how this twink ass nigga shoulder bashed with Ichigo and then get sent flying back to fucking Earth. Uryu's ass jumped in the air and pulled out the trusty dusty licked Reagan, dropping Ichigo down a level. Ichigo picks himself up from out the rubble, but then an arrow comes right behind his ass, almost took his head off, but he dodged out the way. As he's running through this floor, an arrow start coming from up under him, trying to boom his ass. This whole little sequence was giving me Uryu Yami flashbacks to when he was doing that nigga dirty in the Rankar arc. Ichigo's ass then got shot point blank in the mouth with an arrow, but his ass just tanked that bitch to a blue vein. And Uryu was like, hold on a second. No way, your ass got Quincy blood too. This nigga U-Haul just be giving it to anybody. But Ichigo boomed Uryu's ass with a Godzilla and Cento, had this goofball ass nigga rolling on the floor. Ichigo then starts standing over Uryu, ups pole on his ass like, hey, no more of this, bro. You're helping me beat U-Haul and you're gonna like it. Grips little bro up by the collar and says, stop playing games with me, pussy. And Uryu was like, you're the one playing games. I said I was gonna kill your ass, so why you ain't doing the same to me, big dog? Then Uryu said the world doesn't need you soul reapers, hard or derogatory. As his eyes start to light up and this whirlwind of energy starts ensnaring Uryu as bro transformed using Quincy Vol standing. And I'm not gonna lie, this caught me off guard. Like I've said before, these past videos, I've read the manga. I know all the nitty gritty of this arc and I knew we was gonna get anime only content. But I did not think we was going to see Uryu transform into his Quincy Vol standing ever again since he used his scuffed version against Mayuri. But I'm glad we're getting more Uryu whoops because in the manga, Uryu had like one fight and that was it, bro. But my son over here looking majestic, I can't even fake hate anymore. And then bro starts spinning all these little goddamn arrows around his ass. We POV switch back to Kisuke and Jushiro, and that boy Jushiro is getting cooked. He's over here doing the Harlem Shake. Oh yeah, nah, it's up for bro. He is not coming back from this. And I know Rukia must be going through it this arc. Her brother almost died and her captain's on her deathbed right now. But she unlocked Bankai though, so I guess this really cancels all that out. We then POV switch back to Ichigo and Uryu is having all these little arrows fly around Ichigo, and these arrows can shoot out little laser beams, dog. Bro saw Zenbone Sakura one time and was like, what if I can use that but make it better? But my main man Ichigo was holding off the best he could until these arrows start getting a little too much for dog and they start moving him, make him drop his small sword. So this nigga Elden Ring rolls out the way, goes a hole through this building and just starts dipping. We start POV switching to Chad, Ganju, and Orihime, and guys, I don't really gotta say much. You already know how this ends for them. They don't do much. The real MVP here is Orihime. That's the only nigga that can do anything here. As we go back to Ywach Cam, and he's getting ready to absorb the Soul King, but that right arm is not finna let that happen, as they both get locked in this crazy ass stalemate. But we go back to Ichigo and Uryu whoops, and Ichigo starting to destroy these arrows with Getsugas, as he pulls up on Uryu and is like, nigga, what are we doing here, big dog? You say you're gonna kill me just cause you're a Quincy? That don't make no lick of sense, bro. And then Uryu starts going on this whole spiel about how his grandfather was like, I think Quincy's and Soul Reapers can get together, but nah, that nigga was wrong, as he captures Ichigo in this goddamn ball and blows that bitch up. And why did the explosion turn into a goddamn Quincy emblem? The dick riding is crazy, bro. Like, imagine the US military goes to war, they throw a grenade, a goddamn hawk smoke cloud comes out of that. Would that not be insane? But Ichigo's ass is alright. So Uryu's like, alright, I got some for that ass. Starts charging up this mean ass arrow as Ichigo then starts charging up that Getsuga Jujisho. They both fire them hoes and they have a goddamn beam clash as Ichigo's Getsuga Jujisho won. But Uryu just kind of dodged out the way of it. But Uryu pulls out another bow and he's like, don't worry, I got one more for your ass. Starts loading that hole up with an arrow, fires at Ichigo, and Ichigo's just schmeckled up this whole time. He was like, bro, we was friends like yesterday. What happened? You was in my house, nigga. You know my family. You ate food in my room. You don't remember when we was hunting Minosis, bro? Like, what happened? But it did not matter, bro, because Uryu fired that arrow, and oh, nah. He done hollow purple that nigga, man. What the hell?
So my man Jin-Woo pulls up to this throne room and Igris is guarding a chair. And the aura emanating off of Igris got Jin-Woo bursting out in a sweat. He's like, ha ha, I'm in danger. Jin-Woo equips his blade and Igris almost chopped Jin-Woo's head off like a convertible, bro. If that nigga didn't dodge, it would have been the end of the show right there. Igris then went for another slash of his big ass greatsword and Jin-Woo blocked, but it didn't matter, bro. Defense do not mean a damn thing to Igris because that sent Jin-Woo flying. I mean, god damn. I wouldn't even block anymore if I was dog, bro. You just gonna have to take these lumps like a man. And Igris barely gave Jin-Woo a chance to recover. As soon as he stood up on his own 2 feet, he was damn near nose to nose with that nigga. He slashed one time, making about 40 different slashes. And again, if Jin-Woo didn't dodge, it would have been the end of the series right there. This man, Igris, then slashed Jin-Woo one more time. And like I said before, this nigga Jin-Woo blocked, but it didn't matter, bro. Sent that goofy ass nigga flying up into the air, and then we switched to Jin-Woo POV, and oh nah. This is what it feels like to fight Ichigo, bro, because we see this nigga Igris just spamming Getsuga 10 shows. I'd be scared too. He dodged the Getsugas by flipping, and as soon as his feet touched the ground, Igris was on that ass. Sent his ass flying back again with another slash. And Jin-Woo was like, you know what? I'm gonna put the sword down. I don't think I got anything on you, big dog. So Jin-Woo goes on the offensive right now, and he's hitting nothing but air balls, bricks, man, whatever you want to say, bro. And this nigga Igris is just nonchalantly dodging in and out of the way. Go ahead, put that dagger up, Jin-Woo. This is not the fight for you, big dog. Jin-Woo actually got a lick off on Igris, but it don't matter, man. This nigga Igris armor so damn thick it probably didn't even tickle his ass. But Igris then catches Jin-Woo, almost bisecting this nigga with an overhead, but Jin-Woo blocked just in time. But Jin-Woo was like, alright, dagger not doing anything, bro. He unequips that hoe. It's like, alright, little nigga, let's throw hands. And Igris looks at Jin-Woo, does this little head tilt, like, nigga, I'm pussy? Puts the sword down, takes the cape off, takes the daggers off. Oh yeah, Jin-Woo, it's over for you, bro. You finna get the lumps put on you. And oh nah, man. This nigga Igris speed blitzed the hell out of Jin-Woo. Punched him in his sternum, grabbed his jacket and slammed him on the ground. all in the span of like 3 seconds. He then chunked his ass into a wall, pulled up on his ass, and just started pummeling this nigga into a wall, bro. Jin-Woo gets out of the pummeling session and he's like, damn, this nigga beating my ass, bro. How he this strong and he don't even have his sword? But I probably got this nigga in speed. So he starts dashing around Igris, trying to get these fast ass punches and kicks off on dog. Igris dodges the first kick, but then he has to block for this punch. As Jin-Woo then just pulls up in front of this nigga Igris, starts trying to get this nasty ass combo off on Igris, and bro is dodging each and every single attack. After this nigga just said, I probably got speed on him. No, you don't. Igris proceeds to trip this nigga Jin-Woo and punch him so hard into the ground his ass bounced into the air. And while he's in the air, Igris just chunks this big ass rock at bro. And the only thing Jin-Woo could do was block, and that didn't matter because after he blocked, that nigga Igris was right behind him, kicked his ass right down to the ground, having Jin-Woo smash into this pillar. But Jin-Woo ain't done yet because he pulls up and Igris and Jin-Woo just start going crazy. I'm talking about Minka all in this dungeon until Igris flips this nigga Jin-Woo and Jin-Woo gets this kickoff on Igris. And he shouldn't have did that, bro. And Igris put this nigga Jin-Woo in an air combo, not letting his body touch the ground. Nigga, we are not playing Tekken. This is real life. Put me down. After he punched Jin-Woo away, he tried to hit dog with a dynamic entry, but he jumped out of the way. It didn't matter. Igris was on that ass. Cause he grabbed that nigga arm, slammed him on the ground, but he still got that arm in his hand. As he starts spinning Jin-Woo around, just to chunk his ass into a wall, but he is not done there, bro. This nigga Igris saw what Broly did to Goku in Dragon Ball Super Broly and said yes, started dragging this nigga's face through the damn wall. Doing all this to a nigga just cause he kicked you one time is kind of crazy, don't you think? Then Igris finished this off by chunking his ass to the throne, told his goofy ass to sit down. Igris getting ready to boom this nigga Jin-Woo, called his sword back to him like it was Mjolnir. But Jin-Woo caught the sword, knocked that bitch out of his hand and stabbed Igris in the eye. He started pushing this nigga all the way to the other side of this wall. Igris takes the dagger out of his eye and it goes back into Jin-Woo's inventory and right back into his hand. As he then proceeds to stab this nigga Igris in the neck over and over and over and over and over again until that nigga just simply passes away. Jin-Woo won the fight. So he tells them boys to go on ahead. As Luffy pulls up on Lucci, tries to hit him with his right, but Lucci blocks. But it made this big ass shockwave, almost knocking everybody back. Lucci parried that hoe though, drug Luffy down and tried to get this 5-piece combo off on bro, but Luffy dodged each and every single one. Luffy's ass in a handstand position because of course he is, and then he kicks Lucci. His ass blocks. He kicks Lucci one more time and Lucci blocks again, but it did not matter because Luffy sent his ass flying. As these niggas just nonchalantly walking up on one another, equipping that armament hockey. Oh yeah, no, these boys having an aura off. And then they just start spamming punches. I'm talking about Minka all over Vegapunk's island. Until Luffy catches one of Lucci's punches, tries to hit his ass with a left, but Lucci ducked under and tried to hit Luffy with this palm strike, but he blocked just in time, but it still sent his ass all the way back. But hold on, peep game, and then this nigga Luffy stuck the landing. I have no idea why dog's a pirate. He could be making bank in the Olympics right now. But Luffy went into his gear second position and Lucci's like, hold on, big dog. What was that in your wanted poster? And I'm sorry, Lucci, you don't want those problems, bro. Gear 5 put Kaido in the dirt. What do you think you have on that, big dog? As Luffy gets up, he takes off his clothes and starts trying to lock in to get into that gear 5th. And oh nah, this nigga is geeking. And I've had my gripes with Gear 5 in the past, looks wise, not abilities wise, but the anime is giving Gear 5 that extra oomph. Cause through dog's transformation, the electricity, the aura emanating off of dog over here just destroying building after building. As Luffy's ass is just laughing up a storm in the back. And Lucci's ass is like, this is gonna be fun. Look, this is not gonna be fun for you, Lucci.
Rob didn't even blink and he didn't even notice Luffy speed blitzed his ass. His ass winced a little bit and Luffy was damn near nose to nose with his ass. And Luffy punched the piss out of Lucci in his face, sent lil bro flying back. But Lucci got up, shook the cobwebs off, and went into his leopard form. But it's not the same as the last time we saw it. Bro done awakened his devil fruit. And I just gotta talk about it, bro. I don't know when Toei decided to lock in with One Piece animation, but I'm glad they did. Got that shit looking like a movie every episode. I just know that pre-Wano to Wano animation Whiplash was something fierce. And hold on a second, bro. Why this freaky ass nigga have to lick his lips in 60 frames? I just know the director was telling the animator, hey man, just keep on adding a frame on this one, cause this was crazy. And Lucci starts hitting the dash, just running circles around Luffy, straight discombobulating, bro. But Lucci pulled down and tried to go for this slash attack, but Luffy dodged out the way. And I'ma keep it a stack with you, bro. I could not fight a nigga like Gear 5 Luffy, because as this nigga's in the air, Luffy gives himself a BBL and says, kiss my ass. Like, I couldn't fight dog no more. If I was Rob Lucci's voice actor, I just have to find Oda and tell his ass to rewrite that, bro. He was not finna do that in the middle of our fight. And Lucci and Luffy are just boxing all over Vegapunk's island, destroying building after building. I know if I was Vegapunk, I'd be looking at Luffy after the fight like, yeah, you might have beat Lucci, nigga, but now I owe 14 million in property damage. Luffy and Lucci are still boxing, and I'll probably say this a bunch this video, but fighting Year 5 Luffy probably gotta be top 3 most aggravating things to do in your life. Cause what are you gonna do if you're trying to punch a nigga in their head and then they just damn near take their head off their shoulders so you can't punch them? But Luffy and Lucci then both coat their hands in armament hockey, and then they clash fists, making this dumbass explosion, knocking them both back. We switch over to Maru POV, and he gets a call from Vegapunk, and Vegapunk's like, hey, I need you to call the Seraphim. Have them boys pack up CP0, get them the fuck out of here. And don't you find it a little strange that they got these little children being dark-skinned under their control? I'm just saying. I only talked about this though because this plot line is relevant to the Lucci and Luffy hands, so let's get back to that. And Lucci's still over here trying to hit Luffy, and this nigga's just giggling, dodging out of the way. Bro is just destroying building after building, trying to take this nigga's head off. But Luffy's ass starts giggling and falling down from this building, bouncing off of the ground until Lucci's ass starts running at dog top speed, and Luffy hits his ass with a Gomu Gomu no Mo pistol. Nigga been watching them Majin Buu tapes, cause when did he know he could do this? And that punch rocked Luffy right in his sternum. Lucci recovered though, and Lucci shot this Tempest kick at Luffy. Bro dodged, he wound up his fist, grabbed onto this tree behind Lucci, and he was finna hit dog with the nastiest clothesline of all time. And it would've hit too if Lucci had 4 brain cells just like Luffy, but Lucci's ass dodged out the way, and Luffy face planted on the palm tree like crazy. But this dumb smart ass nigga turns the tree elastic and uses that as a trampoline to headbutt the mess out of Lucci. And look at dog's eyes, I know that shit hurted. Luffy's ass starts cackling at Lucci, and then he sees Maru and starts chopping it up with bro in the middle of his fight. And because Maru was chatting it up with Luffy, this nigga got a hole in his chest, man. Luffy said your ass needed to lose some weight. Luffy's ass spins back for Maru. His ass starts dragging up the ground like it's carpet, and then he turns into Sonic, trying to boom Lucci with his mean ass right. But Big Cat dodged out the way and sternum the mess out of Luffy. His ass cartoonishly flying away. And now that Luffy's out of the picture, Lucci continues his assault on Maru. Cause Luffy then kicked the mess out of Lucci right in his face. His ass wasn't finished. He said, you know what, here go one more for you. Started spinning his whole entire body around and whipped his ass with his goddamn toes. But then Luffy's ass just turns into the Tasmanian devil, and he just accidentally drills himself into the ground. This nigga don't take nothing serious, man. Oh my god. But Lucci picks himself up out the rubble for the 14th time this fight, and he starts mean mugging the life out of Maru. He was like, hey, where the hell that nigga Luffy go? Maru's like, I don't know, man. And this is the perfect opportunity for Lucci to boom this nigga Maru. And he pulls up on Maru with the swiftness, damn near transmogrifying his ass into a Disney villain. I mean, look at this. But Luffy's big ass head pops up from out the ground. This nigga Luffy done turned his ass into Moro, man. What the hell? And look, man, I know I sound like a record repeating itself, but I'm not fighting this nigga. What are you talking about, bro? One of your teeth is the same size as my entire person. What do you want me to do about that? And Luffy's ass over here trying to eat Lucci as this nigga's just hitting the dash, trying not to get eaten by another grown-ass man. As he's hitting the dash, he pulls up on Luffy trying to hit him with this attack, but Luffy starts chomping on rocks like a 5-year-old. Turns around, starts spitting these holes at Lucci like a goddamn Gatling gun. And it's not like these are little rocks, man. Each of these rocks is damn near the same size as Lucci, and they're coming at this nigga fast. This nigga's over here fighting for his life while a whole goddamn meteor shower is getting shot at him. Dodging the rock starts getting annoying, so Lucci just says fuck it, he starts punching the holes. But after he punched that last rock, my man Luffy done speed blitz right past his ass. And Lucci ain't got a single clue as to what Luffy is thinking. But Luffy grabs onto this tunnel, elastifies it, starts pulling that hole back with his body like it's a slingshot. He puts on some goggles, and he launches his ass at Lucci, twirling that fist around, charging up a punch. And as Luffy starts getting closer and closer to Lucci, inch by inch, this nigga starts getting PTSD to when Luffy beat his ass prior. Fellas, if you start having PTSD flashbacks to when you got your ass beat, just go ahead, give up on the fight right there, big dog. There's nothing you can do anymore. And Lucci tries to block the punch and pause, man. Look at this nigga's eyes. You can see the stress in him. He has lost the will to fight. He does not want to be here anymore. Bro is thinking about everything else he could have been doing except this today. He don't got his heart in it no more. But Luffy hits that man Lucci with a dime rocket. Oh my goodness.
Damn, you hit that nigga so hard to replay 3 different times.
The colon tickler special is back, man. He punched that nigga so hard his back is protruding 14 feet out of his body. This is not normal for any man not named Luffy, man. You gotta go get that checked out, big dog. But Luffy sent his bitch ass a flying. Lucci's inner monologue here is funny. This nigga said some damn, I'm not gonna lie, gang, I might be passing out. Might be is an understatement, bro. I don't know if you're gonna wake up next week.
He then switched to Renji Cam and he got like 4 arrows shot at his ass and he done deflected them hoes. As everybody looks up and sees, it's Uryu. Renji noticed it was Uryu and he said, oh yeah, say less. This gots to be free eats. He pulled up on his ass, tried to hit him with that roar Zabi Maru. Uryu almost got a headshot off on bro, but it nicked his ass right on the cheek. But Renji and Uryu started chopping it up about that time they was getting their backs blown out by Xyloporo that one time at Hueco Mundo. But Uryu was like, I'm not that guy anymore. I just got done putting a hole in that nigga Ichigo's stomach. I ain't no bitch, man. See me with the hands for real. And the squabbles commence. Uryu shoots 3 arrows at dog and my boy Renji starts dodging them hoes and they gave this nigga a little too much sauce. They're glazing the hell out of Renji already, man. You love to see it. Renji pulls up on Uryu. Tries to slash him with his sword, he blocks it. Tries 2 more times and Uryu blocks both of those, but now that Renji's right in front of Uryu's face, this nigga said Bankai. I love this nigga Renji, knew Bankai so much, dog. This nigga went Bankai and was immediately on Uryu's ass. Renji hit that boy Uryu with the extendo blade. Boom, explosion, knocked that nigga up right into the air. Renji was not finished there. He whipped that extendo sword at Uryu one more time, caught his ass in the little hooks and slammed his ass into a pillar, and Uryu was like, yo, me strong ass always relying on strength, as he shoots an arrow at Renji. And Renji's rebuttal is, cause it works, nigga, as he just gracefully kicks that arrow up in the air with his flip flop. This Renji fight feeding the Renji fans cause we've been starved for years. Uryu then threw the other part of his Bankai at bro and that bitch started to light on fire and Uryu was wise to dodge that hoe cause it burned right through his arrow he shot and it would have burned right through his chest too. Probably not. This nigga a blue vein merchant. Uryu saw that and was like, time to pull out my trusty dusty lick Reagan as he starts letting them bitches fly at Renji. And cuz just put out his big gorilla hand and started tanking them bitches. And then Renji just wafts his hands away, getting all the arrows off of him, and oh nah, this nigga Uryu got sent flying back. Yeah, nigga, put the ball away and go home. This nigga Renji moved his arm a little bit. You got sent flying back like a piece of paper. But big Renji was not finished because he grabbed a rock with that little snake hand
and smacked the piss out of Uryu with it, had that nigga flying back. As he gripped him up with that snake arm and plastered his ass on the wall. Renji then pulled up on his ass and rocket propelled left hook the piss out of this nigga Uryu. Damn near knocked his block off. Sent that twink flying, but Renji wasn't done yet. He pulled that same move that killed Mass D Masculine off on Uryu. Stabbed his ass in the sternum and made a big ass snake bomb, obliterating the surrounding area. It would have worked on any other nigga, but this nigga Uryu is a blue vein merchant. As Uryu's ass stood up like Malachi Black, went into his full standing, and dog, do I gotta say it, bro, Quincy's be dick eating themselves so hard. Cause why is there just a Quincy pendant floating in the air, dog? We get it! But Uryu pulled out them same arrows he used against Ichigo, and I thought he was finna do the same move, but nah, this nigga just doing new shit now. Combined all them bitches into one big arrow, and god damn! Renji tried to deflect that hoe, but nah, that bitch would've took his whole entire arm off. Nigga just cross-mapped with a goddamn bazooka. But now Uryu pulls out them arrow drones that he used against Ichigo. And Renji is trying his best blocking him with that big ass gorilla arm he got. But it's not enough, as it's knocking off all the fur on that arm, leaving just bone, and it sends his ass flying. Uryu starts to menacingly walk up to dog, and he steps on the fur, and that was a big mistake, man. I feel like niggas be forgetting Renji a tactician for real, because all them little globs of fur was just like that same attack he tried to pull on Aizen. These fur blobs turned into arms, and they all started to hold Uryu down. And then big Renji's like, that should hold you off for 20 seconds, as we get a flashback to Renji's training with Ichigo. And this nigga Renji is essentially doing a spirit bomb with his Bankai. Renji fans, we on top of the world with this one. Nobody can tell us anything for real. Nigga starts swinging that snake arm with his gorilla arm, and he's about to nuke this glasses wearing twink out of existence. Hits him with that Renji Abarai special, man. And look at my goat. Got all the Soul Reapers like, damn, he really fighting for real, man. Yeah, man, that's big Renji, not the little one. And Renji standing tall over Uryu. But nah, it ain't ever gonna be that easy. Cause Uryu starts using Sclaverai, and he starts absorbing all the surrounding Reishi, basically healing himself back up to full. And Uryu pulls out a new technique I have no business trying to pronounce. And oh, brother, is that another Quincy emblem? Like, nigga, we get it. Like, this shit not ridiculous to y'all? But all these arrows start coming down, capturing Renji in a cage. As they then start zapping bro of his spiritual pressure, forcing bro out of his Bankai and his Shikai. And you know, I love all the extra Uryu bits we're getting in the 1000-Year Blower anime. But like, I'm starting to hate this nigga now. All this nigga do is blue vein, cheat, and win fights. Like, damn nigga, we get it. Shit. You don't mess with the Soul Reapers, bro. I get it. But chill on us though. This is crazy. As Uryu says, your Bankai ends here, as he pulls out a bow and his last arrow, getting ready to boom Renji. And Renji still 10 toes never folded, said, you don't know anything about Bankai. As he goes Bankai one more time. And unlike the other times he's ever gone Bankai, it's not his sword this time, it's his actual body. Because him and Maru is like this, they is locked in, 10 toes never fold. You scratch my back, I scratch your back type deal. But Renji shot his beam, Uryu shot his arrow, but it didn't matter. Cause Uryu's arrow just went right through that beam, and it went right through Renji's sternum. Cooking dog.
Goes back home to see Angstrom playing with Debbie and Oliver. But this man Angstrom starts tweaking. He throws Debbie and Oliver on the ground, and Mark flies at him top speed, but before he could do anything, this man Angstrom sends Mark through another dimension. And in this first dimension he gets sent through got talking dinosaurs. And Mark is confused because he's like, but what? Talking dinosaurs, what the hell? But he starts flying back up and he gets sent back home through another portal. And Angstrom just holding Oliver talking about, damn, this is the first multiverse I've ever seen your little brother. And then his ass is like, damn. But anywho, he tosses his ass like a football. Debbie forgot to tell Mark that she used to play football in high school and caught the mess out of bro. And we all know that pissed the hell out of Mark. So his ass flew top speed again at Angstrom just to get sent through another dimension. Oh nah. But Mark gets sent through Scuffed Spider-Man's dimension, and he's fighting Scuffed Doc Ock, and I know Disney was with the quick draw with that cease and desist. They was finna have everybody in that company gone by Tuesday. What's even crazier is, they got the voice actor from the Spectacular Spider-Man series to play Scuffed Spider-Man. This is crazy. But Mark gets out the Scuffed Spider-Man dimension, and Angstrom threatens to drop Debbie and Oliver down a dimension that's already 20 stories high. And Mark is just trying to talk it out, and they're like, hey, look, man, bro, I'm sorry. What I did, I apologize, bro. Just, I said, leave my family alone. We could talk this out like gentlemen. But Angstrom said, oh, hell no, forget all of that. Sent his ass to another dimension, as his ass started having flashbacks to all the Angstroms that got merged into one, to all the dimensions where Mark was an evil piece of garbage. But Angstrom got pressed. He's like, oh, hell no, I want to run the fade with Mark right now. He opens a portal back home, and Mark comes at that hole, hits him with a Fortnite sniper, knocking his dumbass on the ground. But Mark hems up Angstrom. He's like, listen here, you gonna leave me and my family alone. But he already got a portal preloaded on Debbie and Oliver, so he puts them down. He's like, hey, if you want to kill me, bro. Take your best shot. I won't even fight back. And then Angstrom hit Mark with the nastiest fake out of all time. Bro pulled out a knife. He threw it at Debbie and Oliver just so Mark could go catch it and fly through another portal. And bro got sent to the Walking Dead universe, another Robert Kirkman series. And then we go back to Angstrom. He just starts planning on where he's gonna leave Mark. And Debbie had enough of his BS. She busts his ass upside the head with this vase. And then Angstrom hits Debbie with this mean ass backhand as she picks up a shard of glass and slashes bro right across the chest. And then she starts hitting the jets, but Angstrom puts a portal by the door, sending Mark back in, almost hitting his mom. Oh nah, this a evil nigga, he gots to go. But Mark moved out the way, but Angstrom starts spamming portals inside the house, and Mark is barely dodging out of the way of them until he can't no more, and he goes into another portal. But then Angstrom starts talking mess to Debbie. He's like, in a lot of these universes, you join Mark and Nolan and taking over the world. Debbie's like, well, it just seemed to me like you're mad that you found the only multiverse where Mark's a good guy and you're a villain. So he hits her ass with a choke slam. Angstrom starts slowly walking up to Debbie, and then Debbie busts bro upside the head with this duck statue. So he breaks her arm. We then go back to Mark and see Mark just go through all these different dimensions, getting beat up and tore up and mentally drained. Like he is not having a good day right now. From Anissa to Angstrom, this gotta be top 2 worst days anybody alive ever could possibly have. So another portal opens up, but Mark does not go through that hole yet. So Angstrom sticks his head in, peeking through the portal, looking for Mark. He turns his head to see 5 knuckles getting plastered into his jawline. But now that Mark's back home, he looks over to the left and he sees Debbie with 1.5 arms, and he starts grinding Angstrom's back meat across the concrete. But Angstrom gets Mark's hands off of him. He says, you remember those doctors I told you about? They made me stronger too. And he punches the mess out of Mark. And then Angstrom just starts violating. He's beating Mark throughout the multiverse. He's like, why do you even think I sent you to those dimensions? To specifically wear you out. So now it's just easy pickings for Angstrom, pummeling Mark through these portals. As Mark just lays there in the dirt, Angstrom starts choking his ass out. But Mark punches his ass out. Angstrom gets up, he's like, nah. We not finished until you and your family is completely donezo. Mark hits his ass with the stop messing with my family, but I gotta let y'all hear the anger in man's voice. Me saying it ain't doing it justice.
Stop threatening my family!
But bro supercharges at Angstrom. He tries to make a portal, but Mark said, nah, forget all that, and punches ass like crazy. Now he's doing 40,000 flips in the air. Mark then drops this nigga Angstrom down to the ground with this nasty ass accent. He's like, you don't even know how much I've been holding back. As bro then full mounts Angstrom and just starts ground and pounding his ass. He is not letting him get a single chance. He is beating the melanin off that man. This is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I might have to consider this a hate crime. He is violating. But he finishes Angstrom off with an axe handle right to the patella. But then it starts slowly seeping into his head that he killed somebody for the first time. And Mark's like, damn, guess Angstrom really won. Because not only does he have to sit with this feeling of being a murderer, he's stuck in this dimension because he just boomed Angstrom. Until future versions of the Guardians of the Globe pull up, they help Mark get out of there, and all is well with the universe.
Deadpool laid the hell out on the ground, but Wolverine's yellow dusty ass walks over him, picks his ass up with his claws, and starts interrogating bro. And I don't know when Wolverine peeped that Deadpool did this to the other TVA agents, but he got his get back and stabbed this nigga in the balls and cracked his spine over his knee. But Deadpool like, ain't no way the nigga let his whole universe go to shit talking to me like that. And just like that, Dims is fighting words. The squabbles commence as Wolverine stabs Deadpool in the back and starts hoisting his ass up over him. But Deadpool flips out of that and drops him and Wolverine down to the ground. Pulls out the Blix and just starts mad dumping in this nigga's ribcage. He tells little bro, have you calmed down now? But Wolverine just headbutt the piss out of Deadpool. Scooped his ass up and threw his ass through a damn wall. Deadpool gets up and these boys just start staring each other down. But we pan over to Wolverine. He's pushing the bullets out of his goddamn body as he's regenerating. Then he just starts smoking on one. Why is Wolverine the coolest nigga all time? Deadpool and Wolverine ready their asses up for the upcoming fade. And look at the way this cool ass nigga Deadpool reloaded his gun. And he just busting shots at Wolverine. Look at the way this goofy ass nigga is running at Deadpool. He's over here dodging his shots, but he cuts little bro's guns in half already. Frame one. Deadpool then pulls out his katana. They start going katana for claws, man. These boys is boxing. If 7-year-old me was watching this right now, he'd start crying. Because 20-year-old me is watching this right now and crying. This shit really peaked, man. Deadpool and Wolverine clash though. But Wolverine hits Wade with this nasty ass fake out. It looked like he was finna stab him with the claws again. He just retracted that hole and punched the piss out of dog. Just to get this nasty ass 5-piece combo off on dog. Wade took that shit personally though and stabbed bro right in his arm. Went around his ass, cut him in the back. Wolverine got pissed. He just started swinging aimlessly. And Deadpool took advantage of that. Dodged that swipe and stabbed bro right in his goddamn Adam's apple. Why these boys fighting like they hate each other? They just met each other 3 minutes ago. Beef is not this serious, I promise you. Wade got his goddamn sword stuck in his Adam's apple though and tried to cut his ass with the other one. But Logan parried that hoe and he tried to get these nasty ass combo off on Wade, but nah. Dog unlocked Ultra Instinct for a smooth 5 seconds and weaved each and every single one of his claw attacks. Wolverine said, damn, this not working. So he goes low and scratches Wade's shin a little bit. And then Deadpool hits bro with the, I don't even know what to call it, this goddamn Cyclone sword attack. But Wolverine parried all of them hoes just for the camera to start zooming out and we just see them boxing crazy style. I mean, they is really throwing hands for real. But Deadpool gets behind Logan and he stabs his ass right in the back. But he gets his sword stuck in this nigga's entire chest cavity. He dodges this 2-piece from Logan and then he stabs him in the abdomen, getting his other sword stuck in this nigga's stomach. And Wolverine, angry ass, still fighting. Nigga, take the swords out of your body, please. But Logan almost cut this nigga Deadpool's head off with this slash, but bro dodged out the way and hit him with these 2 clean ass kicks right to the jaw. He then pulls out baby knife, stabs him in the shoulder, and then Wolverine's like, alright, that's enough, little nigga, and headbutts the piss out of him. Deadpool starts to get up from having CT directly infused into his brain, but Wolverine stabs bro right in the chest and was finna cut his head off. But Deadpool's ass starts telling Wolverine he can fix it. This nigga lying. But the it being taking Wolverine back to his universe, but not only that, fixing the mistakes he made along the way. But in the distance arrives a bunch of old Marvel movie vehicles pre-Iron Man 1. But not only that, a nigga jumped down from the rafters like goddamn Sting, and it's Johnny Storm. I'm telling you, man, my entire theater erupted when we saw this nigga, bro. But U-Haul's like, alright then, squabble about it then, nigga. And oh baby, man, these niggas start boxing. I'm talking about U-Haul pulled out the blue flames and Ichigo just pulled up on bro and tried to cut his ass right in half. Frame 1, and god damn, look at that mean ass explosion. I know if Orihime wasn't there, that nigga Chad would have died. Matter of fact, now that we on that topic, what is Chad doing here, man? I love Big Dog, but bro, it's so out of place. But now both these boys are out of the Soul King Palace. And Ichigo just damn near looking down on U-Haul, and not only that, he speed blitzed the hell out of dog. Pulled up on bro right in front of his salad. Then he hits him with a Getsuga Tensho, and look at U-Haul's face. He was not expecting any of this. Sent that goofy ass nigga flying, but Ichigo was not finished because he pulled up on U-Haul once again and he was finna cut bro right in half, but U-Haul brought out his sword and blocked the attack. But while these boys both sword clash right now, U-Haul tried to swipe at Ichigo, but bro just dodged out the way and then just smack bro down with his little baby sword. Ichigo thought he got his ass, but nah, Ywach activated Blue Vein just in time. But Ichigo was like, I say less, try to chop his ass down with the other sword. But Ywach was like, hold on a second there, playboy. Pulled out the bow and tried to boom my goat. But Ichigo blocked it with a Getsuga. And I'm not gonna lie, it's starting to get crazy, man. Ichigo been in this anime game for about 20 years and he only knows Getsuga and Sero. My goat got 2 moves, but that's all he need for real. But you always like, alright, I guess he can use Getsuga for defense too. That shit don't mean nothing to me though, and he charges at Ichigo. Ichigo blocks the attack, but these boys start ascending up into the air. And now we're watching Dragon Ball. I'm not complaining though, cause these boys is going crazy. Them boys then clash, and then Ywach's like, what are you afraid of, bro? And Ichigo's like, I ain't afraid of shit. And then they dismount, and I'm not gonna lie, bro did not have to do all those flips for it, but I'm glad he did. He looked cool as hell doing it. But as soon as he did that, Ywach was button mashing that same attack that boomed him in their first fight. Got the light beam arrows coming down from the sky trying to boom Ichigo in all directions. But my goat just easily got rid of all that, man. And then he says, Getsuga. Jujitsu, as Ywach puts up that same shield he tried to use against Yamamoto. And just like what that shield did in the Yamamoto fight, it didn't matter in the Ichigo fight. And at this point, if I'm Ywach, I'm thinking about never using this move again. He would have been better just running away. But that Getsuga Jujitsu just straight cooked Ywach. I mean, sent his ass a flying. He got the whole gang looking at this and all like, damn, did this nigga just win already? We just got here. Got that nigga Ywach laid out on the ground, and wait a minute. Why is Ichigo posed up behind the Getsuga Jujitsu like that? Who this nigga think he feeling like? But Ywach gets up and he's like, damn, you was doing alright. But I didn't even have my eyes open this whole entire fight, as we see this nigga's eyes. And yeah, bro did not have them freaky ass eyes on. As this big ass beam of light comes down on top of Ywach, and now the real fight begins. Ichigo saw that and he started backing up. He like, hold on a second there, that's crazy. But then we see Ywach form a bunch of Quincy bows and he just starts firing them hoes at Ichigo. And I just think this is hilarious. Ichigo blocked the first 2 arrows, but then his ass just started getting bombarded by 47,000 of them hoes. So you know he had to quick fire that Getsuga to get them hoes off of him. So Ichigo tries to get up close and personal with Ywach, but Ywach just has Zawarudo. And I know fighting a nigga like Ywach or Dio gotta be so annoying. You thought you hit, bro, but he's over here just damn near teleporting all across the damn map. Ichigo went for another strike, but oh nah, this nigga Ywach just palmed Ichigo's entire face. And this is crazy. I know Ichigo's like 17, 18, but palming a grown man's entire face and lifting him up in the air, having their feet dangling is crazy. But Ywach just nuked Ichigo, sent his ass up, having his back crack up against the tip of the Soul King Palace. Now we got Ywach floating upside down talking to Ywach, nigga, if you gonna talk to me upright, nigga. Before I have to flip your ass, this is crazy. This nigga Scar King over here riding Shimo like a damn horse. Kong saw that and was like, bet, I'ma do that too. And he hopped on Godzilla's back. And I know every fiber in Zilla's body is telling him to powerbomb Kong off of him. The only reason he not doing it is because his shorty told him to get along. But everybody was finna clash at each other. Scar and Kong, Shimo and Zilla. And then these 2 crystals hit, changing the gravity, making everybody start floating. My main man Zilla don't care. He said squabbles is forever. He started jumping from rock to rock, piecing up these giant apes just to get to Shimo. That's my goat for real. Zilla tackles Shimo and then kicks their ass damn near all the way down to the ground. Scar King over here going from rock to rock trying to kill Kong. He tries to attack Kong with his own axe, but he blocked it with his metal arm. He then started swinging that thing at Kong, but Kong also blocked that with his metal arm. But Scar King said, where your bitch ass going? Turning the Scorpion. Pulled that nigga towards him just to kick him right in the mouth. The humans over here trying to escape, but the giant apes on their ass too. But Mothra over here running, the greatest support of all time, making sure they can get up out of there. Kong got this nasty ass 2-piece off on Scar. Then his ass started getting jumped by monkeys. But Lil Go Dewey came in with the assist, threw a goddamn rocket, bro. We go back to Zilla and Shimo. This nigga Zilla don't care about nothing. He don't care about deflecting or getting out the way of the beam. He says, I want your head on a platter today. His ass do get frozen a little bit, but Mothra said, not my nigga. Mothra hit Shimo with this shockwave, knocking the ice cubes around this nigga brain. And that gave Zilla enough time to break out of the ice, and he just tackled the mess out of Shimo.
Kong and Scar over here squabbling, trying to get the axe, but the crystals hit one more time, turning the gravity back off. Scar sees the portal to actual Earth. He's like, oh hell yeah, he starts hard focusing on that. But Scar King and Shimo pull up on Earth, and they get to work immediately. They start freezing the whole planet. Scar King got Shimo working triple-double overtime, while Kong just pulls up and knocks his bitch ass the hell out. And Zilla over here shooting out this nigga chest. And oh nah, that man King Kong knocked out one of Scar's teeth. Wow. But now we here, man. Godzilla and Kong versus Shimo and Scar. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. This the fight where Scar King lost all of his aura, but Godzilla does what he does best, and he starts tackling the mess out of Shimo. As this monkey ass nigga Scar King just starts swinging around these buildings until he gets drop kicked in the chest. His ass then starts ordering Shimo around. Kong was finna go for this axe handle off the top rope, which is a crazy move, I'm not even gonna lie to you, but Shimo smacked that nigga away with their tail. Kong starts looking at the people in this building concerned, and I want y'all to remember this, by the way. Shimo came to finish off Kong, but Zilla said, nigga, there's no way you're forgetting about me, as he snuck the mess out of bro, bit they neck, dropping him on the ground. But Shimo threw Zilla off of him. This man Scar King then wraps his whip knife around the building, breaks off the top piece and throws it at Kong. And then King Kong just punches the building into oblivion, nigga. There were still probably people in there. What was that scene earlier about you looking inside that building and seeing that there was humans in there and caring? That's crazy. Not even 30 seconds later, you just start killing people. But Scar and Shimo start tag teaming Kong. Scar hits this nasty ass kick on Kong, knocking him back. But Shimo grabbed that arm with their mouths, started slamming bro into building after building after building until they were done with his ass. But Shimo was not done, because they started shooting they ice beam at Kong. He didn't have enough time to dodge, so he started blocking the blast with his metal arm. And this nigga Scar King just in the back laughing. And Godzilla's like, oh, I bet I got something for that ass. He starts charging up that Yao Meaner. He was about to blow the Scar King's back out, but he dodged out the way just in time. Then he tried to throw his whip at Kong, and he caught it with his mouth. And Scar King, he was over there getting beat the fuck up by Kong. You do not want any problems with Zilla, my guy, because he throws that man. Then he breaks that nigga whip, dropping the crystal that was controlling Shimo. And Scar King's like, whoa, hold on, wait a minute. I cannot let that happen. So he starts hard focusing on getting the crystal, while Zilla's still trying to blow his back out with that Yao Meaner. Scar King is dodging. His ass got nicked up a little bit, but he recovered fast as hell. Then his ass gripped up the crystal. His ass dropped it again because Godzilla was finna get a headshot with that Yao Meaner. And Kong in the cut still getting his arm almost frozen off until Godzilla's like, I came here to shoot somebody with something. And he started beaming down Shimo. Bit that nigga on the neck again, so now Kong tries to go for the crystal. But Scar King's like, I cannot let that slide. His ass starts choking the life out of Kong. But you know who comes and saves the day? Big Dewey. He pulled up to regular Earth with Kong's axe, and he broke the hammer. That's my little big goat for real. And I know that got my nigga Scar King pressed, because he gripped up Dewey and was finna start doing this nigga deviously. I know he was finna punt that nigga like a damn football. But Kong, being a new father, was like, bro, like, he not kick my kid, and just punched the mess out of Scar King. And Scar King don't know, but the next 15 seconds of his life finna be the worst 15 seconds of his life, because he's finna get jumped like crazy. Because Kong picked up Scar King, lobbed his ass to Zilla. Zilla then proceeded to hit that nigga with his tail back to Kong. Kong caught Scar, started choking his ass out, and Shimo's like, damn, wait a minute, I'm free. I'm free again. I could go home. And Godzilla starts hard pressing. He's like, bro, you finna start shooting that nigga with your ice? Like, oh my bad. And Shimo starts beaming that man Scar King down with their ice, freezing his ass. And you know what his ass does after that? He slams this frozen ass nigga onto the ground, starts punching the carcass, and now there's nothing left of Scar King. We start off with our boy Sakura, the main character. He's pulling up on old dude because bro was being an actual weirdo, trying to force his way into some pants. But Sakura's like, we don't do that over here, brother, and packed him and his homies up in 4. The old girl that he saved wants to thank bro by giving him an omelet. So bro smashes the omelet, and then he starts to realize the townspeople here are treating bro like an actual human being. The town that he just moved from, they hated bro's guts. But then we go back outside, and the hood rat activities that I was asking for start coming to fruition, cause niggas start messing up the town, and I couldn't be more happy to see some violence. Sakura come out that restaurant and bro start cheesing. He said, "You only brought 20 dudes, you should have brought a whole town's worth, bro, cause I'm finna pack and smoke y'all like crazy." And then Sakura socks the hell out of the dude in front of him. But Sakura ass on go. His ass started sprinting top speed, hit dude in front of him with this nasty ass knee, jumped off of him just to kick someone else right in their neck. And then bro starts cooking. They start trying to jump his ass, but he is not letting it happen. Bro been watching too much of the Fed. He just hit that man with the attitude adjustment. Bro think he John Cena. And pause, look at this. He weaved the kick, and then the sternum check just folded bro like a damn bug. And then bro with the hat tried to block the knee, but it did not matter. He still got slumped. Not only are they jumping, but they got weapons and they're losing to a single nigga. I'd be sick. I'd never fight again. Getting beat by a 5'5" nigga with the size 7 shoe was crazy, bro. This is just Kendrick versus all of Drake's Ghost Riders. My boy continues to violate. I'm talking about he is piecing these boys up. And then bro with the brown hair pulls up. We get first person cam, and we should have known it was wrapped for him. As soon as we switch perspectives, bro got hit with the nastiest right left I've ever seen. I'm talking about we can see the brain cell loss with each punch. Then old boy grips up Sakura, and then he takes 2 swift elbows to the patella and finishing off with this chopping right. Nah, that brother is gone. Like, he is deceased. He is no longer alive anymore. His ass looking up at the fight from hell. As Sakura starts violating more and more, and then we take a break with this nasty ass liver bro Sakura delivered onto this dude. And then one of the niggas starts running away. He grips up the girl that Sakura saved earlier, and then he's like, "Hey, if you move, I'ma stab her." Sakura hits bro with the
We do not care.
and kicks his ass right in the mouth. One dude tries to sneak Sakura, but he just gets kicked right in the jaw and his head bounced off the wall. But now an extra layer of difficulty gets added to the fight, because now we gotta fight off all these dudes while protecting the old girl. And he's doing just fine boxing and piecing these boys up until he gets his cartilage cut open. He was finna get bonked on the head with this baseball bat, but then his ass gets saved. It's niggas from the same school that he's getting transferred to. They pulling up. Talking about sharp teeth over here, grabbed this metal bat and bent it in half. I would have stopped messing with them off of that alone.
These both become Megatron and Optimus at the same time. But pause. Let's talk about D16 a little bit. His favorite prime was Megatronus, and he dick rode that nigga so hard he took his name. This is crazy. But Optimus shoots from the depths of Cybertron hell like a damn shooting star. And Megatron over here destroying all of the Sentinel statues and said, "We don't need that BS anymore." And Starscream started dick riding Megatron immediately. He said, "Oh shit, hold on a second, that he kind of lit for real." B and Alita see what Megatron is doing, and they're like, bro, it's kind of off the deep end. So they pull up and try to stop bro. Alita's like, "Hey little nigga, you need to relax." But Megatron grips her ass up by the chest and slams her on the ground. I mean, like, ask her ass on a date first, man. This is crazy. B kicked his ass off of her, though. He said, "Yo, dog, you was moving kind of crazy, bro. We was all chill like 14 minutes ago. What happened?" But now Alita and B start trying to jujutsu jump Megatron, and he is not letting it happen. Alita's flexible ass is over here circling around Megatron. He just punched B in the back of the head and hit his ass with a V-trigger. What is going on with niggas hitting B with damn V-triggers, bro? How did the Cybertronians have access to the Kenny Omega tapes, bro? But Alita's around Megatron's neck trying to choke bro out, and he just grips her shit up and throws her ass off of him. He slammed B one good time. He was finna start doing ground and pound on his ass like crazy, but Optimus finally pulled up, making this big ass explosion, knocking everybody back. Optimus is finally here, and he's staring down Megatron, and this is the beginning of it all. One of the greatest rivalries of all time, man. Megatron and Optimus, man. These niggas getting ready to throw generational hands. I know it. Optimus then says, "We could have built the future together." And Megatron's like, "Yeah, nah, I'm doing this shit by myself, big dog. You can see me with the hands about it though, pussy." So Megatron pulls up on Optimus and tries to hit bro with this Superman punch, but dog just hits this clean ass spin move out the way. Optimus then clocks Megatron in the jaw, but bro just ate that shit like lunch and knee bro right in the sternum. Optimus then said, alright then nigga, transforms, starts dodging Megatron's blast just to trip his ass with the back of his truck, and he made that nigga do a full ass flip just for Megatron to get up, and Optimus just rams that nigga in his truck mode, knocking both of them off the top of this building. So after they both fall, Optimus tries to punch bro, but bro catches the punch and with that same arm pulls out his fusion cannon and smacks bro in the face with it. Just for him to charge up that fusion cannon, but Optimus pulls out the smokestacks on his shoulders and uses them hoes like a flamethrower. I need every version of Optimus to use this regularly, please and thank you. Megatron like, damn! Wait a minute, it's just fire though, and still blasts Optimus right in the chest. Optimus got sent flying back though, but once he got up, all he saw was Megatron's angry ass jumping up in the air, double fist his ass right in the chest, and just starts going crazy with the ground and pound. The pressure was getting a little too much for Optimus, so he transformed the back of his legs into wheels and started skirting away. Megatron still got a lick off on Optimus, and then he went to the left hand, put out the little pew pew blaster, and started trying to cook my guy, but Optimus just hit his head away, dodging the blast, just to hit bro with a thruster powered punch, knocking his ass all the way back. But Megatron's recovery was nice as hell. As soon as his body hit the ground, he transformed into his tech and shot at Optimus. Optimus started dodging the blast, transformed into his truck mode just to pull up on Megatron. He gripped up the tank cannon, pulled that bitch clean the hell off, and then he cracked bro in the ribs with it like it was a damn baseball bat. And hold on, peep game, this nigga Megatron, when he got hit, he grabbed onto that whole transform just to take that whole back. Oh yeah, nah, these niggas really boxing for real. But then he used the tank cannon, he just got back to blast Optimus away. And bro couldn't react, the only thing he could do was block, and it still sent his ass flying. Megatron then picked up this piece of damn rebar and then smacked the hell out of Optimus with it. Had that nigga dazed, and then he grabbed that nigga by his collar, dropped him on the ground, picked up another random piece of debris and just started going crazy on his ass like he was playing whack-a-mole or something. But the Matrix in Optimus's chest started to power up as he made a cannon out of his right arm, and it just blew Megatron all the way back. Megatron's ass gets up and he sees Optimus, and bro got the inner giant axe, and bro just started shooting, gets a good 10 shows with it. This is the greatest movie of all time, bro. If this doesn't get a sequel, I'm blaming all the niggas at Paramount and everybody that didn't watch this in theaters, bro, because this is legitimately peak fiction. But Megatron weed that first Getsuga, but Optimus just started spamming that shit, man. This nigga really is just Ichigo right now. He over here putting that hard pressure on Megatron, getting closer and closer to dog. He then kicked his ass off that platform, and then bitch ass Soundwave, Starscream, and Shockwave pull up. But this ain't just Optimus Prime anymore. This is Hempton E Prime. Yes, sir. I had to bring it back for the one time. And he dodged Soundwave. Shockwave pulled up, parried the hell out of bro. I know he was confused because 1 second he was standing and now he's on the ground, and he made Shockwave shoot Starscream. Bro didn't even get a chance to do anything. He then dodged the Soundwave attack just to parry the right, and then he hit bro with a right of his very own. Starscream's ass then shot a rocket at bro just for him to catch it, do a little spin move, and dunk that hole right on Soundwave's head. I don't know, Soundwave probably like, damn, what he say fuck me for? He then kicked the hell out of Shockwave because bro done upped the pole on his ass just for Starscream to pull up, and he tried to hit him with that scoop move he hit on D16 earlier, but this is Optimus Prime. That is not gonna work on Big Dog, as his grab got teched and he got grabbed and chunked like crazy. Just for Optimus to then pose with the Energon axe out, man, who he think he feeling like, man? Bro is flexing for the gram in front of the ops he just beat to a pulp. I know his ass like, the hoes gonna love this. But Megatron's ass was angry as hell. He started shooting bro with both of his guns just for Optimus to do a little twirl of the Energon axe, deflecting all of those shots. They then pull up on one another. Optimus grabs Megatron's small little pew pew, bends that hole in half just to do a little spin move and cut Megatron's fusion cannon in half, knocking bro all the way back. Optimus then exiles Megatron out from Icon City, and Megatron like, alright nigga, this ain't gonna be the last you see of me. Prime
Pops up to save the day. Big Goat Toto, the realest hooper in the goddamn series, man. And Toto gives Yuji the nastiest pep talk of all time. As Yuji is wallowing in self-pity on the floor, Toto's like, hey bro, I know Sakura might have taken over your body and killed hundreds and thousands of people, and I know Mahito might have just boomed Nanami and Nobara right in front of your eyes, but you gonna have to suck it up, big dog. We're Jujutsu sorcerers. This is part of the job. And then Yuji's like, alright, bet, you got it. Toto pulls up on Mahito and they start scrapping, and Toto is cooking this man Mahito's brain with Boogie Woogie. The bait and switch powers of Boogie Woogie is crazy. So Mahito tries to bait out Boogie Woogie by throwing out an attack at Toto, making sure he dodges, and then after the dodge, that's when he thinks the Boogie Woogie's gonna come. The Boogie Woogie came, but not what he expected happened, because Yuji was right in front of Cuz's face, charging up a black flash, and he booms Mahito right in the chest. The Toto Yuji team up gotta be top 5 team ups from anime, man. These boys get business done. Mahito's over here with this Amy Rose cosplay, swinging these big ass hammers around, hitting nothing but air balls. Toto blocks both hammer strikes just to Boogie Woogie both him and Yuji up in the air, and then Toto throws Yuji at Mahito, and then Yuji turns into a sonic ball, booming Mahito, making a scene change like these boys is playing fighters or something. And then Toto and Yuji start jumping Mahito like crazy, but the only thing Mahito is doing is dodging and transfiguring his body to get out the way. And then Mahito says, enough of this, and then drops all 3 of them down to the train tracks. But pause, take a look at this, man. Mahito should have knew he was going to lose after he dropped all 3 of them down to where Iron Man got jumped by Captain America and Bucky. I'm talking about this is the exact place, and Mahito is the jumpy. He is definitely losing the fight. And then Mahito throws down 2 trained transfigured humans, splitting up Yuji and Toto. And Mahito sets his sights on Toto. Toto hit the jets, and then Mahito transfigured these 2 humans into swords and started pursuing Toto again. Mahito tried to scissor Toto with the swords, but Toto caught both of them. And then Mahito stretchy armed his stomach trying to touch Toto. And then Toto clapped with what I presume to be his ass cheeks. And then he kicked Mahito into the elevator. So when Mahito's going up, he catches the stairs and he meets Yuji on the way. And then Yuji sets up the greatest lob for the Boogie Woogie for my schizophrenic king. And then Yuji throws the ever-living mess out of this rock, setting up for the Boogie Woogie. And I don't know how else to explain what the hell is going on inside of Toto's mind other than it's an LSD trip without the drugs. Cause bro starts tweaking, and he did all this just to lock himself so far into the zone to where he could hit a black flash. I'm talking about he crammed that hole right into Mahito's chest, sending him 30 feet back. But that didn't even do anything to bro, cause Toto don't got any attacks that attacks Mahito's soul. And then the hardest frame in the JJK anime drops, and it's this 3A panel with Mahito, Toto, and Yuji. And it says all 3 of them are at 120%. Let's go, man. This fight finna get crazy. And then Mahito upchucks a bunch of transfigured humans, does body repel, and we scene change one more time. So now that Toto and Yuji are staring off against Mahito, Toto and Yuji lock eyes, they lock in. Toto uses Boogie Woogie and replaces Yuji with Mahito. And then Yuji tries to kick Mahito's head clean straight off, but Mahito cut his own head off and became Migi from Parasite for a little bit. And then Yuji and Toto start boxing with Mahito's body, while Mahito goofy ass little head starts running around the battlefield, and then he makes an iron golem or something, cause what the hell is this? I mean, I know what it is, but I just refuse to say his name every time I gotta talk about this thing. And then the iron golem starts hitting the jets towards Toto and Yuji. Toto switches places with it though, and I keep on forgetting that this Oonga Boonga ass nigga Toto is actually smart as hell. And Toto comes to the realization that the Mahito that him and Yuji were fighting is at 80%, while the one running around making these iron golems is at 20%, and that one is likely the main one. So Toto does Boogie Woogie one more time, and he teleports Yuji closer to that Mahito, and he starts boxing bro. And Toto decides to deal with the Iron Golem, and thinking that it really ain't tough, and it duffs Toto with this spinning back fist. Iron Golem wasn't finished though, cause it sternum checked Toto, and then he hit bro with a right hook, sending him up into the building. I'm talking about bro ping pong through this floor, out of the building, onto the ground. Like, that's insane. But Toto said, alright, that's enough out of you, little nigga, and he does little bro in with one punch. And then Toto's smart ass again was like, okay, I get it. Instead of them having a bunch of health and punching really weak, they're really strong and have little to no health. But just as soon as bro figured it out, Mahito made 2 more iron golems and Toto got a box. And then Mahito starts rubbing his hands menacingly, saying, I got that big ass nigga out the way. Now it's just me and you, shorty. As he throws a bunch of transfigured humans at the ground, they turn into tentacles, and then they launch Yuji right up into the air. Yuji recovered though,
But as soon as Yuji recovered, 9 more tentacles got brought out of there and started beating his ass into this building. The tentacles were not done juggling Yuji though, because they launched him up into the air again. But Yuji, me strong ass, picked up this building and cooked one of the tentacles as he started sliding on the other ones. Yuji put up on Mahito and tried to hit him with a drop kick, but Mahito intercepted Yuji, copped bro's foot, and when I say he threw the mess out of bro, I'm talking about he threw the mess out of Yuji. That bro's face bouncing off of cobblestone. I know Yuji just ate a full week's worth of cement. And while Mahito's running to go finish off Yuji, he sees Toto there and he's like, man, I just wanted to beat Yuji by myself. What's this gorilla doing over here, bro? But now that it's 2-on-1 again, Mahito's like, damn, if I do the main, I'ma touch Sakura. But not if I do it in 0.2 seconds. And Mahito hit off that domain expansion buzzer beater, getting a sure hit attack off on Toto, making sure he would never do Boogie Woogie ever again by attacking his hand. And Toto, being the realest nigga in the series, cut off his hand before it affected the rest of his body. I'm saying that's real hoops, bro. Nobody else doing it like him for real. And to further finish off Toto, he pulled up on bro and hit Toto right in the abacus with a black flash. Oh nah. But before it could do any significant damage, Toto got all of his cursed energy and put it to where Mahito was finna punch him so he could block most of the hit. And after Mahito hit that black flash, his technique was back and he was getting ready to cook Toto. But Toto's necklace drops to the ground and the schizophrenia demon awakens. I'm talking about nothing that's going on right now is happening at all, but that's what makes Toto my GOAT. He had a full imagination sequence where he was just beating Mahito's ass with his idol also beating his ass at the same time. Like, who else really doing it like him for real? But schizophrenia aside, but that was just set up so Toto can use his last boogie woogie and clap with Mahito's hand. Switching with Yuji, and he lands a black flash right on Mahito's jaw. And we take a look at Toto's hands and he got the clap. And he leaves the rest of the fight to Yuji because he really can't even help no more. And Mahito's like, damn, ain't no I got hit by another black flash, but that don't even matter for real. After I hit Toto with my black flash, I locked in. I know what I'm really capable of now. And he goes into his final form. And then these two warriors start running towards each other. Yuji tries to throw a kick at blood, but Mahito grabs Yuji's leg with his tendril. And then Mahito tried to attack Yuji with his tail, but Yuji said, man, if you get this lame ass mess off of me. He breaks Mahito's tendril off and steps on his tail. He then goes in, parries Mahito's punch, and then tries to punch him in the liver. But god damn, the only thing we heard was this metal ass dink, and Yuji's like, damn, bro's body is even harder than Choso's when I tried to hit him with Black Flash. And then Mahito throws a punch at Yuji. Yuji blocks, but he did not see the extendo blade popping out of Mahito's forearm. He got cut for it. And then these boys start throwing mitts. I'm talking about they going around in a circle and just throwing them hoes. But Mahito gets a couple slashes off on Yuji and it backs him off of him. But then Mahito points out his elbow. He got an elbow needle attached to his arm. He shoots it at Yuji, but Yuji dodges. He pulls up on Mahito and starts punching bro straight in the chest. And it's doing no damage. I'm talking about Yuji's doing a rated on Major Angstrom right now. He's doing flurry punches to bro's chest and you just looking at him like, is this all you got, little nigga? But Mahito said, alright, that's enough out of that. He shot another elbow needle at Yuji and he took a chunk of bro's mouth off and then he hit him with his tail, sending him back. And then after Yuji got sent flying back, as soon as he got up, Mahito was on his ass because he pulled up on Yuji, palmed bro's entire head, jumped in the air and slammed him down to the ground, dropping bro down into a sewer. And Yuji, this stink booty ass nigga, is just in this sewer water, bro. He was already fighting Choso in dirty ass doo-doo pee-pee water, and that was in sewer water. Your ass needs 37,000 baths after Shibuya, bro. Mahito comes down to the sewer, and then Yuji gets up. He's like, if I'm gonna beat Mahito, I gotta hit bro with another Black Flash. And then he starts to walk, and his legs start to wobble. Mahito's like, oh yeah, that's free eats. He starts running at Yuji and then his legs start wobbling. Mahito has some inner dialogue, but Yuji's over here beating his legs, trying to get some feeling back. And then Yuji's face is literally that meme, that face you make when you gotta lock in. And Yuji starts charging up a Black Flash. He pulls up on Mahito. Mahito saw a flash of black and he backed away. He's like, nah, I'm not letting you get that off on me, gang. I'm sorry. Then Yuji starts charging up a Black Flash like he's Gone Freaks or something, while Mahito's just zipping around the sewers. Mahito pulls up under undoes part of his transformation. I don't know what for, but then Yuji's fist lands on Mahito's shoulder and no black flash is there. So Mahito's like, oh yeah, this free eats. He pulls out the extendo blade from his forearm, but then Yuji hit a time lag black flash on Mahito and Mahito was shook. And Yuji was finna boom Mahito with another black flash, but Mahito was finna elbow needle him, but big goat Toto pulls up and he's like, yo dumbass don't even know what a clap is for real. A clap doesn't need hands, bro. It's an acclamation from the soul, and he claps with his one hand, and Mahito thought Boogie Woogie was finna pop off, so he attacked the pipes next to him. Toto hit Mahito with the nastiest fake out of all time. Just for Mahito to turn around, it gets boomed in the sternum with another black flash. I'm talking about Yuji cooked Mahito with this, bro. Just look at this canyon and the side Yuji blew off with this black flash, sending Mahito away. And this is real hoops, man. And Yuji just starts slowly walking up on Mahito. And then Yuji says to Mahito, no matter what you are, bro, if you're a curse today, a new person tomorrow, another curse in the next 3 months, I'll kill you forever and ever, always until the end of time. And Mahito is over here shaking, trembling in his boots, and then they get transported into the snowy forest, and then Yuji becomes low tier god for a little bit, talking about his covenant.
How about I take my goddamn covenant, chase you down in the middle of the snow, you're running. You see a bunch of us in black cloaks running quick, you see me in a gold cloak.
And Yuji just playing with his food right now. He caught up to Mahito, kicked him further away just to walk him down some more. And guess who pulls up and ruins everybody's fun? Kenjaku. Kenjaku put Mahito in a Pokeball and then ate, bro. Now, I know you niggas might be like, but this fight came out in 2023. It did, but it came out at the very end of 2023. I'll be honest with you. I don't think there was a fight last year or this year better than Yuji and Toto versus Mahito, man. Like, this is genuinely like a 15 out of 10 fight for me. But with that being said, that's, you know, the end of the video. Moral of the story is, I hope you all had a fantastic 2024. Let's strive to have an even better 2025. But with that being said, if you liked, like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff, and yeah, I'm out of here. Bye.